9 days ago, I finished recording Narnia. Has it really already been 9 days? And now I'm going to review the 2004 film, King Arthur, the director's cut. And it's, unrated. But, this movie stars Clive Owen, Mads Mikkelsen, Stellan Skarsgård, and Taron Egerton. Yes. This is, if you were around when it was in theaters, this version is probably bloodier and more violent than the theatrical version. Anyways, of course there's gonna be more scenes in this version because it is a director's cut. The movie itself takes place in the Dark Ages, so like 400 AD to 500 AD, that like time period. The First Knight is also another movie with King Arthur involved. Sean Connery does fabulously in that one. I'll eventually get to it on this channel, but this movie came out in 2004, and it's a Touchstone Pictures film. Clive Owen plays King Arthur, and he is a phenomenal King Arthur. Lancelot is right here, and Guinevere is right there. Guinevere is Keira Knightley. She does phenomenally. And the movie is directed by Antoine Fuqua, which was the producer, or maybe someone who worked on Pearl Harbor, which is gonna be a later movie, probably around episode 9 or 10 of this season of the show. We're already on season 2, episode 2. Because I have a lot of movies and way too little time to do them, I'm like doing them so non-linearly. Like, anyway, Keira Knightley had just gotten off of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, when she did this movie. And yes, Guinevere being acted by a beautiful actor, beautiful Hollywood actress, was awesome. And actually, if you watch the commentary of this movie, the director will say that originally he had planned for this movie to have an R rating, but it was reported to be a PG-13 rating. It's why this unrated version exists now. Like I said before, in many other videos on this channel, this movie's film score was done by the great Hans Zimmer. And I mean, it's a very good film score. Probably one of his best. I think I recently covered Gladiator on this channel, and that was also by him. Yeah, season 1, episode 7 was Gladiator, so yep. I did cover. We don't know much about Clive Owen or the actor Lancelot, but we do know about Mads Mikkelsen. He was in The Secrets of Dumbledore and James Bond, and much more recently a movie on Netflix called The King. Mads Mikkelsen is a very great actor. Oh, and he's also in Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. Very good actor. And yes, I do like my director's cuts. This movie is 2 hours and 19 minutes long. And here is, I believe, either Lancelot or King Arthur and Guinevere. And a couple more of his knights. And I don't know who these are, but yep. Stellan Skarsgård plays the villain in this movie, the bad guy. And I believe that Ken Stott also has a minor role in this movie. Yes, he does. Yep. I mean, it's a good movie, and it's not very long. I could argue that this movie could be longer, because it could. And, I mean, yes, there's cool battle sequences. There's an ice battle in this movie. Like, legit ice battle. Battle fought on ice. The director said he didn't want to glamorize this movie because it wasn't necessary for this movie's time period to glamorize this movie. So it's on the same caliber as like Braveheart, Troy, Gladiator, The Last Samurai, The Patriot, and Saving Private Ryan. It's on that same caliber for the glamour of the movie, which is very effective for the storytelling. And I mean, yes, war is not a beautiful thing. War is death. In the movie scripts I've written, I have had wars in some of them, and I do the real thing. I make it look as real as possible in the script. I make the wars all dark and bloody, because I like that aspect of it. Heads come off in this movie, heads come off in my scripts. People getting killed left and right, like in my scripts, like, I'm like, yes, this is a cool movie and you should consider owning it or renting it. I think the director's cut might be on a streaming service, I don't know. But if it's not, the theatrical version might. You can watch the theatrical version. I've only ever seen this version of the movie. And yes, it's great. It came out in 2004. Yeah, it was one of the greatest movies of 2004. One of the greatest movies of 2004. And I can say that this movie picked some of the less well-known stars who weren't A-listers in Hollywood. You know, they weren't like Liam Neeson, Mel Gibson, James Earl Jones, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. They weren't like as well known as stars like Leonardo DiCaprio, Bernard Hill. They weren't super well-known stars that the casting director picked. And that's what's good about this movie.